Hi, loves. I'm Amberelle. Welcome to Legendary Lady. Oh, wait, it's not done yet. Did it go? Okay, perfect. I'm here. This is live. I'm gonna get stuff stuck in my hair. Let me see. Can I hear myself? See if I can hear myself. Hello? Hello? I don't know if I can. Anyways, so guys, welcome to Legendary Lady. Welcome, ladies and gents. Or men and women of all shapes, sizes, and colors. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about relationship and diet, how our relationships affect our health, and the reverse, how our health affects our relationships. I've had a lot of experience with different types of diets, like being vegan. I was vegan for a few years. And I want to share some stories about that because it did affect my relationships, and my relationships were influencing me at the time to be vegan, when in fact it wasn't actually healthy for me to do so. And that sucked because I was in a lot of pain, my stomach bloating, uncomfortable. I was gaining excessive weight from being vegan. You would think it would do the opposite, but that wasn't the case for me. So, okay, I want to start off by, let me grab my iPad and remember some of the topics that we're going to talk about. I have a little basket here too with some of my favorite foods now that I absolutely love. So, I'm not vegan any longer. That's the truth. I was definitely influenced by the people I was hanging out with a few years ago when I was vegan. And it was dangerous, to say the least. It was definitely a toxic environment to have people telling you what you should eat, and that if you don't eat what they say, then they're not going to be intimate with you. They're not going to be close with you. So the group I was in was considered a polyamorous group community. And the people I was connected to in that community, they were pressuring you to be vegan. And if you're not, there's no intimacy for you. Because they are only being intimate with people that have the same dietary preference as them, which personally I think that is definitely, it's like, wait a second, did I sign up for a cult, or did I make friends? I'm not really sure what this is at this point. I didn't realize that at the time. I just thought, oh, these people are good influences, until I started having so much problems with I was having so many problems with my digestion that I couldn't function. And I got to the point where I had so much yeast coming out of me genitals that I was in pain. It was hurting to be intimate, to have sex with my partners. And I had to almost go to the hospital because it was so bad. It was so inflamed and red, and oh gosh, it was so bad. And that was because being vegan, I compensated a lot of what I would normally get with carbs. So a lot of the protein that I would normally get from meats or other sources, I would use carbs like rice, but rice is full of sugar. So when you eat rice, it turns into sugar in your body. It's a starch. So I was eating potatoes, rice, with every meal rice. I was eating lots of fruits. And And there was a lot of sugar in everything I was eating. And I didn't realize that my body, my gut, does not take to sugar well. And so my partner was like, hey, what is going on with what is coming outside of your vagina? It's very scary. You need to get looked at. And I cried, and that was really my breakthrough moment of realizing what I'm eating is not serving me. And so I had to change. I'm like, and then what really nailed it in for me was when I got a full panel blood test, and my blood test came back and it told me that I'm pre-diabetic. So I wasn't overweight. I was like only about 15 pounds heavier than I am now. I've always been a consistent weight, but there was that one time when I was vegan and I was bloated. I gained excess fat that I didn't like, and I was unhealthy. So it was showing through how my body was responding. So diets aren't one size fits all. And if you're around people that are influencing you to have a certain diet, and you try it, you give it a go, and your body does not take to it well, please change it. Do not keep doing that to yourself. You are hurting yourself. Just because it works for someone else does not mean it is going to work for you. That is so true. And I was, oh my gosh, it's so frustrating to think about it now, how influenced I was by these people. And I would even say, one time I said, I was talking to one of my vegan friends and telling him that I can't handle sugar. And he was telling me how he's on a raw vegan diet and he drinks juice every day. He drinks glasses of orange juice. I was like, holy crap, I could never do that. My body, as soon as I eat sugar, I start to break out. I get zits all over my chest, little tiny whiteheads. I get really bad itchy yeast infections. I get a lot of bloating and gas. And what he said was, oh, you just got to keep eating it. You just got to keep going and eating more. Now, if that is not messed up to tell someone, eat more. Yeah. And first off, don't listen to people when they are not a professional. They're not, only take what I'm saying as just me telling a story of my experience. I'm not telling you how to eat. I'm just sharing this with you. But never listen to someone saying, you should do this. You should eat this. And if it's causing you pain, just do it more. It'll pass. And it's like, I don't think it would pass because I did it for the length of 4 years and it never passed. It got so bad that I almost had to go to the hospital. So please don't take people's advice like that. Please do not. Do us all a favor. Do not hurt yourself. How our body works is very different from me to you, from you to another person. So different. Our ancestors, where we came from, what they ate, all plays a part in how our body works. So for me, I have a hard time with sugar because my sister, I believe this is linked to my sister. She is type 1 diabetic. She was born with diabetes. And so I have a gene in my body that is susceptible to diabetes. And so it could be very likely that one of my children is born diabetic as well, because it is hereditary for me. So I do have a bad pancreas. It doesn't work properly. So I have to shift my diet and what I eat to make up for that. So I have a basket here, and I just want to show you how I made this change in my life and how amazing it was to make this change for myself, because I went here first. Let me show you this picture of me. So when I was vegan versus now, a picture I just took yesterday. Here we go. So I know you're going to be like, oh, you look great. That's not anything. Wait, it'll take a second to focus. 1 second. Focus! Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is me in Hawaii on, where'd it go? Oh, shoot. There we go. On a nude beach, hence the fact that I am not wearing a bathing suit. But you can see right there, you can see on my back, there's excess fat. There's a roll right there. My arms are much thicker. Everything's a little thicker. I never had an issue with gaining weight. I always had an issue with keeping on weight. That has always been my problem, is I can very easily lose weight. And I don't eat when I'm stressed and all that stuff. But being vegan, I was just, my body just did not like that at all, what I was doing. I know that there might be other ways you can do veganism. I tried them. I tried doing the raw vegan. I tried regular vegan. It wasn't flying for me. So here, let's see. Now I will show you a picture of me now. And it's funny because I took like almost the same picture. Right here. Focus! Oh my gosh, it's taking forever to focus. I'm gonna try to pull my face out. Yes, focus, focus. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's me just yesterday. And look at, no roll. I don't have the roll on my back anymore. I don't have the excess fat around my arms. Yeah, so this is me now, and this is me after I switched my diet to mostly pescatarian, and I eat some cheeses, and very, very occasionally I'll have chicken, but mostly eggs and meat, and I do eat gluten-free and only goat cheese for cheese. So I have a very specific diet. It almost doesn't even have a name for it. And here are some of the things that works really well for me, that I recommend for anyone who has issues with, if you have problems digesting sugar like me, give these a try. I'm not saying you should follow my diet because this works for me. It's just not going to work for everyone. But there are so many options now for food at the grocery store. Go to a health food store and put that extra money into your diet. It's worth it. It's worth it. Your skin will look so good. Once you find the key to unlock your vitality, your body, your health, what works specifically for you based off of the way your gut responds, you're going to be so amazed at like how clear your skin gets, how much more energy you have, all because you just took out some ingredients, switched some things up in your diet, and it changes your life. And you have a better sex life because your genitals aren't in pain. Surprisingly, our diet can cause a lot of stuff to happen in our genitals, especially for women, because women are very, very much sensitive. And we are, our bodies, they go inwards, they're penetrated. And so we're very open, so to say. And we can very much be sensitive to a lot of things, ingredients, in your lubricants, in your food, whatever is happening on your partner's genitals. If your partner is a man, it's all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Keto milk, or keto. I never know if I'm saying it right. Keto milk. Plant-based, this is amazing. There's no sugar in it. There's no sugar. They put, what is it? There's just no sugar in it. It's really great. It's one of my favorite things. None. Get those ingredients. I don't know if you can see, but this is so great. I love to combine this with almost like an ASMR thing. The Keto Crunch, Catalina Crunch cereal. This also has 0 sugar. Surprise, surprise. This is amazing for me. I get to have the experience of childhood of cereal without getting a sugar rush. I love it. It makes me so happy. They have about 8 different flavors. This is the chocolate peanut butter. They also have mint chocolate. This one's really good. And they have cinnamon toast. They have a few others, but these ones I would say I like the cinnamon toast one and those two. Those are my favorite. Another thing for breakfast is the crepini egg wraps. These are so thin. They're so thin and so amazing. I don't know if it's focusing. They're so thin and lightweight. And so what I do, my partner makes, he found a recipe to make French toast. And it involves making a mixture of cinnamon, of syrup, of sugar-free syrup, which I have in here too somewhere. And then I forgot what the ingredients are. He makes it, but it's so good. So if you want to know the recipe for this, it's sugar-free, but it tastes sweet. French toast. Coconut oil on there. Yum, yum. This right here is the syrup that you put on the French toast. After you make it, you heat it up in a pan. You dip it in the mixture, the liquid mixture. This stuff right here. I found this at the store and I was so happy. Monk fruit, maple syrup. For all your breakfast fantasies. This now, okay, so another thing I had an issue with was vegetables. When I was vegan, I had a problem eating vegetables. They would make me, TMI, they would make me so gassy. I would have so much bloating and gas from cooked vegetables that I'm like, I want to eat vegetables, but I didn't know at the time. So when I was eating that way, when I was eating a vegan diet, I didn't realize, I wasn't paying attention to my body. I was just, oh, this is normal to be bloated and gassy all the time. It's normal to have yeast infections. I ignored it for 4 years. I was torturing myself. So I realized, and I tried vegetables again the other day, and it gave me the same problem. I'm like, oh my gosh, now that I never get gas and bloating, when I do, I know exactly what it's from. So it's from the vegetables. I had Brussels sprouts, and I've tried all kinds of other veggies, and the only thing that works for me is salad greens, light leafy greens. Very easy to digest for me. So big salads with cucumbers and tomatoes. That's really good alongside this. So this is amazing. This is pricey, this stuff, but it's worth it. It was about $60 or more. What is it called? Tonic Alchemy. And it's got a crazy amount of veggies and all kinds of yummy stuff in there. Seaweed, fruit, vegetables, probiotics. 19 in 1. The ultimate super tonic superfood blend. I just realized that I have another screen over here and I don't have to keep looking around. I'm learning, guys. This is all new for me. So this is amazing. All you have to do is, it tastes like it has a peach flavoring to it. So it tastes really good without anything. Just water and a scoop of it in the morning. Get your greens in. Good stuff. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Especially if you are like me and have an issue with vegetables and digesting those pesky things. Pure monk fruit sweetener. Let's get it up close here. Pure monk fruit sweetener by New Naturals. You can find this on Amazon. You can probably find most of this on Amazon if you don't have a store near you. This stuff is magic. That's all I can say. This stuff is about 30 bucks. And it has this tiny little scooper in it. Oops. It's got this tiny little scooper, and all you need, you guys, all you need, if you want to sweeten something, depends on how big of the thing you're sweetening is. All you need is this little, I don't know if it's going to focus on this. It's this tiny little, like this. I don't even know if it's the size of a pea. It's like the size, maybe smaller than the size of a pea. Little scooper. That's how much you put in. If you want some tea, depending on how sweet you want it, 1 to 2 of those tiny little scoops. Tastes amazing, and doesn't have an alcohol taste to it. As long as you don't overdose yourself with this, it doesn't. It's not like stevia. That's why this one's expensive, because it's badass. It's worth it. Remember, people, if it's expensive, give it a try. It might be worth it, because things, hopefully, if the company is genuine, that it is expensive for a reason, because it's very, very good. It's good quality. This is really, really good. I made a video about this the other day. It's powdered almond butter. And this is for people who want to, if you want to regulate what your focus. Wish this would focus faster. Anyways, this is powdered almond butter. Powdered almond butter. And this is really great because it doesn't have the extra oils that normally come in almond butter or peanut butter. If you're looking to lower the amount of fat you have, if you're looking to lose weight, this is good, because you can, instead of adding all that excess oil, which is fatty, and if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want extra fat. Powdered stuff, powdered almond butter is great. For me, in my case, my partner, like, we have the opposite. He's trying to lose a little bit of weight, and I'm trying to put on a little bit of weight. So we got this because we can switch it up for both of our needs. And this tastes really good inside of this. This is coconut milk yogurt. There we go. Coconut milk yogurt, unsweetened vanilla. But this, with this, and some of that monk fruit sweetener, it tastes like, it just tastes good. It tastes, you know those fruit dips where you dip fruit in? It tastes like that. That's what it reminded me of. Next is, these are all like my favorite things that I love to mix and make meals with. Cinnamon is also really great. So for people who have blood sugar problems, cinnamon is famous for helping you and helping lower your blood sugar. So if you're getting a spike in blood sugar, it's good if you, the rule of thumb that I use for myself is if I am going to cheat one day and have something with sugar in it, very occasionally, I will try to put cinnamon on it. That way it creates a balance, and it does actually work. I do notice a difference because if I eat one thing with sugar in it, I notice symptoms right away. But when I add cinnamon on it, I notice that those symptoms, they almost aren't there. And also, let me know what you guys have found out. If there's anyone else who have, if there's anyone else who has had an issue with being vegan, type it in the comment. What was your problem? What symptoms did you notice? Or maybe you're someone that being vegan works amazing for you. But hey, be vegan, but don't be tyrannical. Don't be trying to bombard the town and everyone must be vegan. It's like in at the expense of my health? No. I do get all my other products I buy for house cleaning, for my face, my makeup. It's all cruelty free. And I am very, very particular about that. And I love supporting. I have 4 bunny rabbits. And I'm all about no animal testing. Not hurting animals in as much ways as you can. Sometimes our body, for me, the meat, the fish, and eggs, they balance out my gut. And it makes me feel better. It makes me have energy. I feel good as long as it's in moderation. This stuff right here, I forgot. I showed it to you guys and I forgot to tell you what it was. Banza focus. Made from chickpeas. This stuff is really good. What I do is I'll make it in a pot. It's not made with rice. So much. Here's something that I got so frustrated with, and I realized how annoying companies can be, just how they skimp out on the ingredients. Because I started looking at the ingredients many years ago. I look at every single ingredient on there. And that's what originally got me into health and my diet and all that stuff. And I started noticing that almost like 85% of products have rice and sugar. Actually, probably even higher. Maybe 95% of products have sugar in them. Rice, corn syrup, date syrup, anything, no matter what kind of syrup it is, no matter cane sugar, it's still sugar. That's the way your body is going to process it, no matter where it comes from. Of course, it's better to eat something with maple syrup versus high fructose corn syrup. Yes, that's better. That's better to have all the other additives and all the other inflammatory components to it. But it is still sugar. So you have to beware. If you have a problem with sugar, if you notice that when you eat sugar, you break out, you get symptoms, I would recommend trying to go without sugar. Now, I'm not a professional, like I said, but this is what I've done for me personally, is I've taken out sugar. I took out sugar. I started using all these things, these ingredients, these products that I'm showing you with no sugar, and it changed my life. So sometimes I like to have goat cheese. Depends on how I'm feeling. I can have goat cheese, but if it's regular cow's milk cheese, I get gassy. I have sensitivity to lactose. So goat's milk, goat cheese is actually very low, much lower in lactase, I believe it's called, than cow's milk. So for people who aren't completely lactose intolerant but do get symptoms, goat cheese or goat milk is a very good substitute. And it's actually even recommended for babies. If a baby is lactose intolerant and it's not being breastfed, there is a whole recipe for goat's milk formula. Colby Jack shreds. This is vegan cheese. This is really, really good too. So for me, I get sick of like regular cheese. I just want to switch it up a little bit. I'll use this. And I like to combine this with the pasta, the chickpea pasta. So I'll heat it up. I'll put coconut oil. I'll melt this cheese on there. It's cheesy pasta. Yes. So good. So good. This is... I just found this the other day and it tastes amazing. Protein peptides in tropical vanilla. And surprisingly, I got this because it said tropical vanilla, and I was very sick of the generic flavors, vanilla and chocolate. And I'm like, I wonder if tropical vanilla will taste better, more like coconut. And I like that. And it does. It tastes really good. It tastes very light and clean. It doesn't have that heavy vanilla, fake vanilla taste to it. So that's really amazing, just to mix with some milk and blend it together if you need a quick to-go meal. That's what I do. Right here. These are my absolute favorite. Almond flour tortilla. Almond flour. So they're made with almond flour, tapioca flour, water, sea salt, xanthan gum. And yeah, that's it. That's it. And these are so amazing. They don't break or crack on you. What I do is I just heat them up in the microwave. It gets a little bit warm for about maybe 15 seconds. Sometimes I'll put the vegan shredded cheese on it if I want a quick snack, and I'll roll it up, and it'll be melted cheese on this on a warm tortilla. The perfect snack. And then finally, these. I love these. These are an amazing snack too. If you're someone that's gluten-free or have, like me, an issue with you can't eat rice, these seed flour crackers are really, really good. They have, this brand is really great. I love the products that they make. What's it called? Simple Mills. Sunflower, pumpkin flax, cassava flour, tapioca starch, sunflower oil, all organic. This stuff is good. I like it. You want a little bit of crunch? I miss a lot of crunchy things. It's hard to find crunchy things that are good for my belly. So if you're having that problem too, I'd recommend these. They taste amazing. Okay, and last but not least, avocados. A little bit of sea salt, or if you're someone who likes things spicy, put a little bit of hot sauce in there. Grab a spoon and eat it up. That's an amazing snack. Or sometimes I'll heat up those almond flour tortillas, and I'll cut up the avocado with some sea salt, and that is so good. And also look at this basket. This is my favorite. I have a few of these, and they're so cute. I take them to the grocery store. I feel like Little Bo Peep or Mary Poppins or something. I have all my baskets, my yummy food. It's worth the price tag. It is worth the price tag because that's me. This is my body. That's my health. My body deserves to get only the best. And my partner deserves that too. My partner doesn't deserve to see me in pain or unable to be sexual or intimate because I'm crying and it hurts. Okay, so I think that's all for this live today. I wanted to share my experience because it's important. I think it's really, really, really important for people to have choice as to what your diet is. Don't be pressured. Don't be influenced. Try things yourself. Take away all of the judgments, the ideas, what people want you to do, what you think you should do, and do what you know is best for you. You're very smart. You're very magical. You're very intuitive. We all have intuition. We just have to tap into that intuition within ourselves to help guide us. And don't let anyone else try to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, what you need to do. That's BS. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. I hope this inspired you and you got something beneficial from this. I hope that you have a very healthy and fulfilling journey with your body, with your diet, and that you start to make some tweaks and adjustments so that you can see yourself glowing. Thanks for tuning in, guys.